Cannibalism has existed for hundreds of thousands of years, but some of the most recent cases of cannibalism were performed by the Korowai tribe. Nestled in the rainforest of southeastern Papua exists a tribe that is well known for their cannibalism, witch hunts, and tree houses. Let's take a closer look at this tribe's incredible way of life. To understand the mentality of the Korowai tribe, let's explore the story of Wawa, a 6-year-old boy that was condemned to death all because his parents suddenly died. Wawa's fellow tribe members believe that when someone dies suddenly, it can only be the work of black magic, specifically an evil spirit that can embody a member of the tribe. This little boy was believed to be an evil spirit responsible for his parents' death. After Wawa's parents died, his uncle took him to another tribe to see a man who was believed to have the ability to detect and reverse black magic. The future did not look bright for this 6-year-old boy. Left on his own, it is most likely Wawa would have been killed and eaten. The Korowai believe that by eating human flesh, the bad spirits will die. Miraculously, Wawa managed to be rescued by a guide that frequently visited the tribe. Incredibly, Wawa returned to visit the tribe more than a decade later, where he was reunited with his family members. However, the problems didn't stop there for Wawa. Upon his return, he learned about the death of one of his uncles, a man who was apparently killed for having an affair with another tribe member's wife. The woman was also killed in a gruesome ancient ceremony, which involved her being tied to a pole in the ground. In general, the Korowai people are a peaceful, welcoming tribe, but the story of Wawa illustrates 2 cornerstone beliefs the tribe has. 1. They do not understand the plight of disease and illness. When someone dies suddenly, they only attribute it to black magic. Unless the responsible, possessed tribe member is identified and consumed, the spirit will have the ability to travel to a new body. 2. Even as modern civilization encroaches, this tribe is still primarily governed by ancient laws. Questions about whether cannibalism is still practiced by the Korowai have been brought to light in recent years. In the case of Wawa's uncle, some have questioned if his body was eaten. No remains of his body were left other than a single tooth. The Korowai do not bury bodies, and the lack of any remains have led some to believe that cannibalism may still exist in the tribe. Without question, cases of cannibalism are rarer than in previous years. Killing and cannibalism within the tribe has been on a steady decline over the last few decades. The majority of killings in the Korowai territory are attributed to witch hunting. Witch hunting is a practice that is becoming more and more uncommon. This is partially in reaction to several incidents with the police. Not all Korowai live deep inside the forest and tree houses. Some have moved into small villages and settlements. This can lead to interactions with the police. One such incident happened in the early 1990s when a man killed his sister's husband for being a male witch. The police arrested the man and an accomplice and enforced some grueling punishments, which included being rolled around in barrels, made to stand overnight in a leech-infested pond, and forced to eat chili peppers, tobacco, animal feces, and unripe papaya. Another unique feature of the Korowai tribe is their homes. For generations, they have been building tree houses that sit 15 meters above the ground. First, they select a single tree to serve as the central pole. The top of this tree is then removed. Next, the floor frame is constructed with branches and covered with sago palm. Finally, the walls and roof are made of branches fastened with rattan bindings and covered in leaves. They access these houses by climbing a notched pole or wooden ladders that shake while being climbed. This helps warn the inhabitants of the treehouse that someone is approaching their home. Climbing this pole can be more difficult than it initially looks. It is reported that a German tourist who was visiting the Korowai fell to his death after slipping off one of these improvised ladders. As many as 12 tribespeople can live in a single treehouse. These treehouses help the Korowai tribe escape the floods and the insects that wait below. They also serve as a tactile vantage point to spot incoming rival tribes. The treehouse is also a symbol of status. The higher the home sits in the trees, the more prestigious the inhabitants are considered. When climbing into the treehouse, the Korowai have a strict entrance policy. The women always climb up the ladders second so the men cannot look up their skirts from below. Such major life events as a wedding can be the cause for the construction of a new treehouse. The Korowai cook, eat, and sleep in these treehouses, and the homes are vitally important to their way of life. In recent decades, many outsiders have made contact with the Korowai tribe. Recently, the tribe has been more lenient towards outsiders, but this wasn't always the case. In 2006, 2 men who were filming a documentary about the Korowai tribe were murdered by members of the tribe. The Korowai tribe likely have been living in the same jungle for thousands of years with little to no interaction with the outside world. As a result of this, a culture of fear was developed surrounding outsiders. Most Korowai members have never seen a person with white skin. They refer to a person with white skin as a ghost, or specifically a laleo, which translates to ghost demons. Violent exchanges with outsiders are not limited to the Korowai tribe. Famously, in 2018, an American was killed by bow and arrow after making contact with one of the world's most isolated tribes, the Sentinelese tribe of the North Sentinel Island. In 2006, the Sentinelese tribe also killed 2 poachers that had been illegally fishing in the water around their home. In 1987, a bishop and a nun met an unfortunate end when they ran into the Waorani tribe of Ecuador. The bishop and nun were sacrificed to the spirits in a brutal ceremony that involved them being pinned to the ground with wooden spears and having their wounds stuffed with leaves. With the way of life of tribes like the Korowai becoming more and more endangered, some people worry about their traditions and customs being lost forever. The Korowai have recently even allowed some anthropologists to live with the tribe and document their way of life to share with the world. Nature reserves and conservation areas have also been set up to help preserve the natural habitat of the Korowai tribe. The spiritual world is a very important part of the Korowai's belief system. Older women in the tribe are believed to have knowledge of divination and healing. They contact spirits in an effort to reverse catastrophic events, detect witches, or speak with their lost ancestors. Some men in the tribe, known as kakua, are respected and feared because of their knowledge of the spirit world. They are believed to have the power to cause harm to whole groups of people. Some of their rituals involve burning human hair and fingernails of cursed people. Reincarnation is a core belief of the tribe. The Korowai believe that when you die, you will be met by your ancestors until you are called to return through a baby about to be born. They believe you can also return as an animal or spirit to roam through the forest. The Korowai tribe have a once-in-a-generation tradition where they consume the larvae of the sago palm weevil. This larvae thrives in the rotting trunks of the fallen palms. The climax of the feast involves removing a central pole that was built especially for the ceremony. Simultaneously, a group of young Korowai men will perform a fertility dance. It is most likely that the Korowai tribe as we know them today will be non-existent in another generation. Younger tribe members are already choosing to live in small settlements and villages as opposed to living in treehouses. Thanks for watching.